Hi, good morning. It's Councillor Glen. It is another crisp, cold Saturday. I've noticed Saturdays always seem to be the coldest day of the week. I'm outside again here. I'm at Pioneer Plains Park. I'm standing on the skating rink here in the community. Just want to take this chance again to thank all of the volunteers in the Jackson Trails community who help out maintaining this neighborhood rink. And of course, thanks to our volunteer rinks at all of our 13 outdoor rinks in Stittsville. You can see a list of all those rinks on my website at glengower.ca. I do want to talk about the situation downtown, but I want to start today with just a few local updates, and then I'll talk about the what's happening downtown. First of all, I want to say a big congratulations to Amatur, who won a Black History Month Community Builder Award. She is a young high school student here in Stittsville, and she was recognized for some of the work she's done to add more supports. Well, she's done all sorts of things at the high school level, but one of them in particular, heard an interview with her on CBC Morning this week, Ottawa Morning. She has created a program to provide more supports for racialized students from the guidance counselor program. So some great initiatives. If you get a chance, try to track down her interview on CBC Ottawa. I'm sure it's on the CBC website. Speaking of skating and outdoor rink volunteers, you can also check out my website and read a great article about Scott Phelan. Scott heads up the Stittsville Minor Hockey Association and was also instrumental in establishing the new rink at Village Square Park that's been operating since last season. And he's the latest person that we've profiled as part of our Making a Difference series. We're highlighting all the great people in Stittsville who volunteer their time and make this a great community to live in. And on that point, just wanted to give you an update on our Volunteer Connect, our new Stittsville Volunteer Connect. We now have 199 people who are signed up to our alert list for volunteers. So you can go to my website, glengower.ca/volunteers, and you can sign up to get alerts when there are volunteer opportunities in our community. So thank you to the 199 people who've added your name to that list. We really appreciate you stepping up and wanting to get involved. A reminder, the church parking lot at Holy Spirit Parish that a lot of people park in when they use the Shea Woods area to walk their dogs. We've had a request from the church to please not park there on Sunday mornings. They need the parking lot for the people going to their church services, and they're also seeing a lot of dangerous driving and inconsiderate behavior by motorists. So avoid the church parking lot on Sunday mornings till about 1:30 p.m. And at any time of the day, if you are using that parking lot, please drive slowly. It is a private parking lot, and the church is being, I think, very generous, very courteous to allow people to use it, but people need to use it responsibly. The last local thing I wanted to mention was, again, a thank you to people who have provided their feedback so far on the big list of missing links for sidewalks and pathways in the Stittsville community. The city is collecting your feedback. The deadline was going to be tomorrow. They've since extended that deadline to February 18th. So thank you to everyone who's already sent in your comments and your feedback, participated in that interactive survey. You can find more information on my website, or you can go to engage.ottawa.ca. Now, whoops, I've put my card back in my pocket. I've got to take it out again, make sure. That's all our local stuff. I did want to talk about the situation going on downtown. It started as a trucker convoy. It became a protest. It became a demonstration. I think it's pretty clear to say now it's an occupation of downtown. Yes, this is definitely not a protest. When you see things like stockpiles of fuel, when you see vehicles with cranes, when you see lumber being brought in to build temporary structures, this is not a protest. And I've had some people tell me that, well, not everyone there is looking for confrontation, and it's quite peaceful. I'm sure there are very reasonable people there, and I'm sure there are people there who do want to be a peaceful protest, but this isn't even a protest anymore, nor can I really think you say it's peaceful. It might be non-violent, but the disruption that it's having on our entire city is significant. There were fireworks going off in the evening several nights this week. There's constant honking. I was downtown, and you can hear this buzz of horns all over the downtown throughout the whole day. And then there's the harassment that continues to happen to local businesses and local residents who are downtown. So this is hardly peaceful, and this is hardly a protest anymore. And it does affect the entire city. We all have, maybe have jobs, we have friends, we have family, we have appointments downtown. We've seen the snarls in traffic that are affecting people across the whole city. So this really needs to end. I know people have a right to be heard, they have a right to protest, and I think we need to listen to them, but the method that they're trying to achieve that just is completely unacceptable. And I've joined every single one of my council colleagues in calling for an end to this. This has taken up most of my week and my focus, being very engaged and looking for solutions to get this to end. I was very pleased to see on Thursday night that the OPP have confirmed that they are sending additional resources. This is on top of police resources we're receiving or have received from the OPP and a number of other municipal police services in Ontario. I was glad to see last night that the GoFundMe campaign has been canceled by GoFundMe. It's a violation of their terms of service. They said we'll allow GoFundMes for protests, but when it starts to shift into criminal behavior or occupation, this is where they have to cut off that source of funds. City's also pursuing an injunction against this protest, and I saw there's some citizens that have launched a lawsuit as well over the noise and disruption downtown. And there have been a significant amount of charges laid by police under the Highway Traffic Act, someone who was intending to bring a firearm, a whole range of criminal charges that have been issued and that are being investigated, and that will continue. And yes, bylaw are handing out tickets, although I don't think a ticket from bylaw is really having much of an effect right now. Police are encouraging residents, if you do see any kind of criminal activity, if you need to report an issue, call 613-236-1222. And this weekend, more police coming in. The real focus is on protecting residents and businesses downtown. There's some additional traffic measures coming in, concrete barriers, shutting down of highway ramps to prevent more vehicles from arriving downtown. They're trying to contain and shrink the area where the trucks are parked right now. I've contacted our MP, Pierre Poilievre, and asked if he can play a role in speaking with these demonstrators, with these occupiers, to encourage them to move on. I think he could play a really strong role. He does seem to have the ear of these participants, and I think perhaps he could be influential there. I'd encourage residents to contact your MPP, your member of parliament as well, just to ask for their assistance from the provincial and the federal level, and let them know how you're thinking about this. And I also just want to ask residents to, if you can, please avoid traveling towards downtown. It is going to be traffic chaos down there. Also, there's some word of some counter protests that may be organized. I would encourage you not to participate in that. It's a really volatile situation. We don't want people getting hurt. We don't want people getting injured. We don't want a riot. We don't want damage to private property or public property. And the fewer people we have downtown today, the better, to keep that situation in check. I think that's all I want to say now. I'm going to continue providing updates on my social media feeds where I can. The Ottawa Police have a page they've set up to provide updates, and of course, happy to talk to you. Please send me your feedback. We're getting a lot of messages about this from residents in Stittsville and across the city, and really across the country, in some cases internationally as well. I've been trying to respond to all of the emails from people in Stittsville and call back on any voicemails, but I'd be happy to chat and hear your thoughts, answer any questions you have. Please send me an email at glen.gower@ottawa.ca. Now, it's a cold day today. For me, this is right on the edge where it's becoming not comfortable to go skating or to be outside. A little nicer tomorrow. I'm hoping to get some cross-country skiing in this weekend. I actually signed up for a challenge to ski on all 6 of Ottawa's urban trails. The one closest to us is the Ottawa West, or the Canada West Trails. I forget what it's called. Goes as far as about Canada and then through the Greenbelt there, but a really good idea, and I'm hoping to check out all 6 of those trails over the month of February, and maybe I'll report back here later on. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next Saturday. Take care. Bye.